Thank you for listening to BizPod with me, Paul.
And me, Rachel.
Our weekly business English podcast where we talk about the news, social media, and hot topics from a business point of view. You'll get a podcast and links to the articles we discuss. This way you can share your thoughts too. Join us as we discuss what's on our minds this week. There's nothing better, in my opinion, than a Hollywood disaster movie. What do you think?
Absolutely. Which is your favourite?
I don't know. I won't say I have a favourite disaster movie. Things like Independence Day is always good.
Towering Inferno, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Was that the 1970s?
Yeah. What about Volcano?
Yeah, Volcano.
Good
Yeah.
one, yeah.
So today we're talking about, natural disasters.
Yeah.
There was recently, about a week or so ago, a Megathrust earthquake.
What is a Megathrust earthquake, Paul?
I don't know, but doesn't it sound like someone needs to make a movie about it? We need the Megathrust movie.
Well, if you look at the article, it does explain very, very well in very easy understanding what a Megathrust earthquake is.
That's true. It does. Yeah. So the interesting thing, we're talking about this earthquake that everyone heard about that was just off the coast of Russia in the Pacific Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And there were tsunami warnings sent everywhere because everyone presumed it was such a big earthquake that there was going to be big tsunamis like we had in Japan in 2011.
Yeah.
But
there
wasn't big tsunamis. Now, why, Rachel? Because this was a megathrust earthquake.
Well, let's just define this megathrust. So a megathrust is when not just two plates rubbing against each other. It's when one actually dips under the other one, called subduction. And sometimes it dips down and it hits the floor of the ocean.
Right.
Which is why these megathrust or subduction plate movements are meant to cause tsunamis.
Okay.
However, with this particular article, I'll let you explain why there wasn't a tsunami after all that activity, though.
Well, I've read the article, and to be honest with you, I'm still not sure why there wasn't a major tsunami.
Okay.
I mean, the articles, it speaks in plain English, but perhaps I just don't quite understand the science behind earthquakes.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, it talks a little bit about the distance that waves have to travel, yeah?
Yeah.
It's saying that waves can be small at sea, but they travel fast, and that's when they reach shallow water and they start to build in height.
Yeah.
But with a tsunami, you can have varied heights on one coastline. And so you can have different size heights. You can have small waves and you can have big waves.
Okay, so the wave that hit Hawaii, according to the news reports that I heard at the time, was about 1.3 meters high.
Yeah.
Which...
No, it was 1.7 actually.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so 1.7. So it's not a huge wave. It's not like... you think of natural disasters. There was a movie called Tidal Wave or something like that, where the wave that hit the coastline was 100 meters high or 150 meters high.
Yeah,
that would be impressive. I would pay to see that.
It's because it's all to do with the distance. The distance. So when we had the Japan tsunami, the Japan earthquake, and the tsunami, it was because the distance between the earthquake point and the land point was a lot
relatively close.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So obviously the energy gets less and less and less
the further it has to travel.
Yeah. Okay. So maximum heights of 5 meters were observed, and 5 meters is quite high.
Good for surfing if you're into surfing and things. Yeah.
But when they reached Hawaii, 1.7.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was very interesting that at the time, the whole of the Pacific sort of rim, that big sort of rim of countries ranging from China, Russia, America, Australia, and all these Asian places, they were all evacuating their coastlines because I think at the time no one knew how big this tsunami was going to be.
Yeah. But I mean, the doctor in the article also talks about the height of the waves being affected by the shape of the sea floor near the coast as well. So there's lots of different variables, and the variables this time didn't mean big waves.
Okay.
Which is good.
It is good.
Because nobody died.
Yeah, that doesn't make for a great Hollywood movie though, does it?
No.
So we need to wait for the next tsunami,
no,
earthquake.
That's awful. I mean, you don't want to have a Hollywood movie based on people dying.
You show me a Hollywood disaster movie that isn't based on people dying.
Yeah, but things like Towering Inferno, I mean, that was before 9/11, wasn't it? And or what's the one in London? The Grenfell Tower.
Oh, it's all, the so movies are always
I'd rather have a movie based on fiction than fact. Okay.
Well, movies are always sort of hypothetical, but there's always a little bit of fact in some of the movies. Like, you can't have a disaster movie about a volcano unless you understand how volcanoes work and how they can sort of, destroy and kill people. Think about, is it Vesuvius that destroyed Pompeii? Yeah. And there's, Vesuvius is currently an active volcano.
Yeah, they're saying it could happen again anytime.
Yeah, and there's 2 million people living in the city of Naples, right underneath it. I don't know. But
what about movies like Piranha or Jaws?
Yeah, great movies.
We watched the documentary on Jaws,
the making of Jaws.
Yeah. And then we also watched the documentary about the woman who swam with the great white sharks, who says that sharks are like totally misunderstood.
Yeah, but I think most animals and most of nature is completely misunderstood by us. We don't understand it. We are distant from it.
If you can't use it or make money out of it.
Yeah. Sharks, our understanding of sharks, the majority of people's understanding of sharks comes from the movies. Jaws. Sharks are dangerous. We should stay away from them. The majority of people's understanding about earthquakes, volcanoes, tornadoes is from the movies. And movies that tell you everything is good and okay don't really sell very well.
No.
So we need a good disaster movie.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, so the earthquake the other week was one of the top 10 with a magnitude of 8.8 on the Richter scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nothing like the one which was 9.1 with the subsequent tsunami off the coast of Japan in 2011, and that killed more than 15,000 people.
I know, yeah.
Terrible.
But what about the one in Chile in the 1960s? That was a 9.5, 9.6.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, gosh.
Can't imagine it, can you?
No, because we have experienced earthquakes ourselves.
Was it 4.6?
A 4 or a 5 or something like that. Yeah. But we were so far away from the centre, the epicenter.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
But you could see it coming. You could see. We were looking out the window and we could see the trees in the distance moving, and then the trees in front of them moving, and then the trees in front of them moving.
It came like a wave.
It did, and then we were moving, and it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It was a weird feeling, yeah. But I don't think all earthquakes sort of move in the same way either. So
you'd have to be a seismologist to go into that, I think. Yeah. Or an earthquake specialist.
That's true.
Okay.
Anyway, well,
short and sweet today.
Yeah, natural disasters.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll speak to you again next week, Paul.
Okay.
And let's hope we don't have an earthquake between now and next week.
I'm sure we won't. We live in a safe zone.
Touch wood.
Bye for now. Thanks for listening. We hope you liked our podcast. And please don't forget to subscribe and stay connected with us. Until next time, goodbye.